Coming to light after centuries of slavery, creatures once locked away for all the right reasons are now emerging. From giant to tiny, elusive and terrifying. There's no doubt they are here for a purpose. Is this a hint of a horrific catastrophe? Or are we witnessing the long-awaited rise of Gog and Magog? See for yourself and decide. A man heard something strange outside his house. Grabbing his camera, he stepped outside, expecting maybe a stray cat or some wildfire. But what he found gave him the chills. A creepy cat with unsettling eyes stared at him from the bushes. Just as he was about to turn back, something even more bizarre caught his eye. A strange creature struggling to crawl out of a hole in the cliffside. It made eerie sounds before finally wriggling free and dashing behind the house. The man chased it, but by the time he rounded the corner, it had vanished into thin air. Seeing this footage online, people went nuts and swore this was Gog Magog and the creatures are about to break the wall, and this was the ultimate proof of that. While others say it might be the trick of CGI. What do you think it was, a creature from the legends? Or something made up? Share your thoughts down below. Jump scare. Exploring abandoned places at night is not the brightest idea out there, but people do it all the time and end up getting the scare of their lives, like this guy did. Spotting a hunched-over figure from afar, he approached, initially thinking it was a person. But when the entity lifted its head, he realized how gravely mistaken he was. It sported eerie glowing eyes and elf-like ears. It slowly stood up and charged right at the camera guy, emitting a strange sound who raced out of there. The identity of the creature is still open to debate, but many have dismissed it as a CGI trick. Dundee. A person online claimed to have seen a strange dwarf humanoid emerging from a cracked wall, and he's got evidence to prove it. The clip featured a small bipedal creature standing beside a decaying wall. When it noticed the guy filming, the creature immediately took off, disappearing behind the wall. A close-up shot of the creature revealed a bearded face, elongated ears, and a strange protrusion on its head. People have many theories about it. Some believed it was a Dundee, a goblin-like creature that abducts children. Others thought it was a shape-shifting skinwalker that had taken this sinister form. Ambush. A man came face to face with a living nightmare while taking a stroll down his local woods. As he was exploring the eerie darkness, a creature suddenly sprang out from behind a tree, roaring at the top of its lungs, freaking the guy out. With glowing eyes, horns, and a muscular build, the entity seemed right out of a horror movie, and it appeared to be chasing the camera guy relentlessly. As the video ended abruptly, there's no telling what went down in those woods, but people have multiple opinions, ranging from skinwalkers to aliens. However, a few others were skeptical, calling it a digital creation. Angry Goblin. A guy was out in the woods when he noticed rocks being tossed from around the corner. Curiosity got the best of him, so he went closer to check it out. And what he saw froze him in his tracks. The culprit was no ordinary cryptid, but a goblin-like creature standing there in broad daylight, and it seemed like it didn't like the unexpected visitor and threw a rock at the man. taking right off into the woods. The guy tried to chase it after the entity, but it was gone, never to appear again. So what do you think it was? An actual goblin or just a hoax? Vacation. A man's family vacation took a sinister turn when he noticed an unusual creature lurking behind his holiday home. It looked as if the entity was feeding on something. It looked like a living corpse with its strangely long limbs and skull-like head. Curiosity got the best of him and he threw a stick towards the being. Luckily, it didn't charge at the man. Instead, jumped on the roof and disappeared. What's with these eerie creatures popping up everywhere? Could people be right about the end times prophecies coming true? They all seem to have a similar appearance, but who really knows? Your guess is as good as mine. Mysterious duo. A homeowner complained of suspicious activity outside his house, but the authorities were unable to catch the culprit. Then one night, the surveillance camera captured something unimaginable. A bald humanoid figure was standing by the gate, but it wasn't alone. Seems like it had brought a buddy along. As it stood there eerily still, a second bipedal creature ran across the street, snapping the first one out of its trance. Netizens who watched the video believe aliens have finally descended on Earth, while skeptics remain doubtful, saying that the clip had been manipulated. Spiny beast. Mythical beings like chupacabras have long fascinated humans, and someone has finally managed to get their hands on video proof. After chickens started disappearing from a village farm, one enthusiastic adventurer started investigating the cause and happened upon this chilling sight. A creature like nothing he'd ever seen before was lurking around the farm. Its spine was lined with spiky protrusions, in a face so horrifying it could make the bravest of souls shiver in fear. But thankfully, it only took off, leaving the recorder alone. While many netizens were convinced, others were skeptical, calling it a CGI trick. Believe it or not, that's one heck of a scare. Well dweller. A paranormal investigator was exploring an abandoned well notorious for mysterious occurrences when something truly horrifying happened.
Actually, it shows up pretty good on camera here. There is something at the bottom of that freaking well.
As his team was recording the shaft, a gleaming pair of eyes suddenly appeared at the bottom, watching them. What could this creature possibly be? And could it be the reason for all the strange incidents near that well? We might never know because the video ended abruptly with no follow-up of the creature's identity. Many believe that this is related to the Iron Wall, and the creatures might have escaped underground and could start a war against humanity anytime. Troll. Trolls are mythical creatures from Northern Europe, capable giant beings capable of devouring humans. And until recently, it was just that. Fiction. Now, this viral video has been making waves on the internet, leaving people baffled. A man mounted a camera in a cave, hoping to capture something extraordinary, and ended up recording a troll in action. These mysterious creatures live in remote areas near rocks, mountains, or caves. And this one seemed to be the real deal. Netizens were hopeful of the video's authenticity, saying it could have been a person in a costume. Well, I really hope so. Hiding among us. A man was taking a walk around the block when he spotted something truly bizarre lurking inside a building. Grayish skin, lean limbs, and a bulbous head. The tiny creature made its way towards the stairs, possibly breaking into the place. Running after it, the guy managed to get a better view of the entity this time. Sunken eyes and a skull-like head. It looked like a rotting corpse that had come to life. The video created waves around the internet, among many brushing it off as a hoax. There were people who believed this being was a sign sign of the end of times, and that there were more of them lying in wait. The real deal, or just a ruse? What do you think? Elephant Goblin. A graveyard would be the #1 haunt for mysterious creatures, and that's exactly what this man came across. Everything seemed normal at first, but then he spotted some movement behind a tombstone and started filming. Then suddenly a creature emerged from behind it. It had unusually long arms that it used to move forward to make up for its short legs. Its elephant trunk and ears made it look downright terrifying, leading people to wonder if it was a hybrid. But that idea was quickly dismissed as others began reporting similar sightings. Netizens were quick to link the creature to the Islamic prophecy of Gog and Magog, while skeptics argued it was just another hoax. Strange carcass.
Found this crispy thing in the yard.
One morning, a man stepped into his backyard, only to be stunned by a creepy discovery. A small humanoid carcass lying in the grass. About 6 inches long, it had a head, arms, and legs, sending chills down his spine. Curiosity got the better of him, so he brought it inside and filmed the strange find. At first, he wondered if it could have been a squirrel, but let's be honest, no squirrel looks like that. The mystery sparked wild theories online. Some claimed it was a goblin that met its end in his yard, while skeptics dismissed it as an elaborate hoax. So, what do you think it was?
What is that? Is that a squirrel?
Wall watcher. In 2023, a security camera captured something that sent chills down many spines. The footage from a backyard camera showed a disturbing figure peering over the boundary wall. A rake-like creature with pale humanoid skin perching ominously. It seemed to be eyeing the house with a menacing intent. Zooming in, it was clear the creature was on the lookout, perhaps searching for prey. Suddenly, it appeared to notice the camera or the homeowner, causing it to retreat quickly. The eerie videos spread online, leaving viewers horrified and advising the homeowner to vacate the property. What do you think this unsettling visitor was really up to? Destined creature. While exploring an abandoned house deep in the woods, an adventurer stumbled upon something straight out of a legend. As he crept closer, he spotted a dark figure lurking in the shadows. He was spooked seeing it and started chasing the eerie form inside, only to be met with a chilling sight. A bizarre creature with goblin-like ears and a creepy appearance. The creature leaped into an old dark well before the explorer could react. When the footage hit the web, it went viral. Theories flew, with some claiming it was a goblin, while others speculated it was a member of the Gog and Magog, destined to appear at the world's end. What do you think? Goblin glimpse. Out for a stroll in the woods, this tourist stumbled upon something that would make you think twice about every forest path. Nestled among the trees was a small figure giving off major creepy vibes, like it had just come out of a nightmare. Kind of like a goblin, or maybe even Smeagol himself. This little creature just stared, hiding, almost like it had something to protect, or maybe something more sinister in mind. Nobody knew where it came from or what it was up to, but the whole encounter left everyone feeling uneasy. Some mysteries like this one are best left unsolved. Salta Goblin. Ever been so spooked that your feet just forgot how to move? That's what happened to a group of teens in Salta, Argentina late one night. They were hanging out near the Cristo Rey cemetery and filming some silly jokes when stones started flying their way. Thinking it was a dog, one of them turned his camera and bam! A tiny goblin-like figure jumped out of the weeds. With its creepy short hops, the creature seemed to inch toward them. The whole gang freaked out and bolted. The video quality is not good, but you can spot the little guy making his move. Whether it was magic or mischief, it was enough to keep anyone off that street. Edge of the world. Have you ever wondered what the end of the world might look like? Well, one hiker may have stumbled upon it. While wandering through a remote forest, he discovered a massive, mysterious wall hidden deep in the trees. At first, the thing was practically invisible, camouflaged so well he almost missed it. But when he angled the camera upward, there it was, like a barrier splitting the forest in half. Some netizens called it the edge of the world. Others said it was a glitch in the Matrix, and a few believed it was hiding a top-secret base. Whatever it was, one thing certain, someone was hiding something. Brazilian Goblin.
Está sonando el teléfono.
A family man's weekend in Brazil was disturbed by something he never could have imagined in his entire life. He was calling for his dogs and turned the camera to the kids playing on the ground when this eerie creature was caught. A small humanoid creature emerged from the corner and started sprinting towards the gate and made the kids and the man, everyone spooked out to their core. After the video surfaced online, there was widespread speculation that it depicted a goblin lurking within the premises. However, skeptics questioned the validity of the story, citing concerns about the video's quality and the possibility of a clever hoax. Creepy crawler. What a surveillance camera outside a building caught is something straight out of a nightmare. At first glance, it might seem like it was just a human crawling on all fours, but as you continue to watch, you'll realize nothing about its movements is natural. Despite its stocky build and short stature, the entity moved with surprising agility, tearing down a poster on the wall. And right before it disappeared from view, the being glanced up at the camera, revealing glowing eyes and a smirk that gave it a deformed appearance. As the video spread online, leading to a panic, with many people wondering if there were more of them out there. The thought is certainly terrifying, and I guess moving to Mars won't be such a bad idea. Mysterious Golem. A strange picture has recently gone viral, and people just can't stop talking about it. It's a golem-like creature crouched beside a riverbed. Pinkish skin, long elf-like ears, and wearing a leaf skirt. The thing is as creepy as it gets. A Chinese man claimed to have shot the picture as he was hiking through the woods. Could it actually be real? And these mythical creatures have been roaming around the planet since God knows when? But wait before you jump to any conclusions. I did a little research, and a video game company claimed it was actually an actor they had hired for a photo shoot, but many still remain unconvinced, calling it a cover-up. Creepy stare. Have you ever experienced a moment where you felt like you were being watched or saw something that shouldn't be there? Well, this man witnessed just that. A social media user from an undisclosed location was home alone when he felt an eerie presence. He grabbed his camera and started filming around when he got this. An eerie humanoid figure with glowing eyes was staring at him. It had a pale body with long arms and an eerie vibe all around. When this footage was uploaded on social media, people were stunned to see. Skeptics suggested it could be an owl. But how could you explain those creepy hands? While the majority of the netizens believed it was indeed a skinwalker, probably stalking him from the dark. What do you think? Cloaked beings. This eerie footage was caught on an outdoor home security camera showing two cars parked on the porch with nothing out of the ordinary at first. But then two strange creatures appeared, strolling across the porch into the darkness. These weren't your average citizens, they were bipedal humanoid figures. When the video was slowed down and zoomed in, the unsettling detail revealed itself. They were wearing hooded cloaks, almost like they were on their way to a secret cult meeting. The footage set the internet on fire, with many convinced these were gremlins. So what do you think these creatures could be? Goblin Dash. A toddler was playing alone in the kitchen, talking to himself like kids do. Everything was normal, right? But then, out of nowhere, a tiny creepy figure darted across the floor, right behind him. The goblin-like creature zoomed past and vanished into the garden as fast as it appeared, leaving behind nothing but a foul smell and a rattled household. Captured on camera, this bizarre moment went viral and drew in skeptics and believers alike. Was it real or just another trick of the lens? Either way, this one's got people thinking twice about what's lurking in our world. Pixie creature. A couple set out to explore a woodland area known for its folklore, but what they caught on camera was beyond anything they'd imagined. While recording the peaceful surroundings, something unexpected popped out, a foot-long creature in red boxers, casually strolling out from the weeds before disappearing into a hole. The strange being looked worn out and was clutching something mysterious. The couple stood frozen, unsure of what they just witnessed. Some speculated it was a pixie, while others claimed it might have been a monkey in a quirky outfit. Whatever it was, it left everyone who saw the footage scratching their heads in disbelief. Root lurker. They say the woods have eyes, but this explorer wasn't expecting that to be literal. Armed with nothing but a camera, he set off to capture the calm of nature. But as he hopped over a fallen log, the camera caught something strange. A shadowy figure was there nestled in the roots of a tree with eerie glowing eyes. At first he thought it was just a trick of the light, but that thought quickly vanished when the creature shifted, as if watching his every move. It was like something crawled up from the underworld, ready to stalk. Safe to say that walk in the woods just got a lot creepier. Alien remains. Back in the 90s, a man decided to check out the crash site of the infamous Virginia, Brazil UFO incident that happened in 1996. What he found was the stuff of nightmares. Lying on the ground was the carcass of a creature that was anything but normal. Glowing red eyes, strange features, and a vibe that screamed not from this world. The guy's hands were trembling as he filmed, clearly freaked out. While some folks brushed it off as a deformed ape, others swore this was proof of extraterrestrial life. Dog baby. What could be the explanation for this? Viral footage revealed a man holding a bizarre creature with a humanoid head in the body of a dog. Some believed it could be a failed experiment by mad scientists. Others believed it was an elaborate hoax, and it might be an art piece or something. But the reality is still unknown. Share your thoughts down below. Tree goblin. Ever heard of something that makes your skin crawl in broad daylight? In 2016, a video surfaced showing an eerie encounter deep in the woods. The cameraman stumbled upon a large tree trunk with a hole that held a strange, motionless figure. At first glance, it seemed like nothing until the figure moved, holding what looked like a small wooden tool. While many shrugged it off as just another hoax, others claimed it was a real-life goblin lurking in the tree. Creepy? Absolutely. But whether it's real or not, one thing's for sure, something unsettling was watching. Creepy peek. Imagine heading to your storeroom for a quick errand, and instead, you're met with something straight out of a nightmare. That's exactly what happened to a guy from an unknown location. As he bent down behind an old chair, a dark, thin-faced creature with glowing eyes peeked out. Its gaze locked onto him, sending chills down his spine. The encounter lasted only seconds, but it was enough to spark countless theories. Some swore it was the real Smeagol caught on tape, while others insisted it was just a cat. But let's be real, no cat's pulling off that creepy vibe. Golem. In 2022, a traveler was exploring the Siberian wilderness and stumbled upon something bizarre. As he went deeper into the forest, he spotted a figure that looked strangely like Gollum from The Lord of the Rings. The creature peeked out from behind a tree, and its pale skin and perched form gave off major chills. The whole area was deserted, making it even spookier. People were wondering if it was some kind of unknown creature or a forest spirit. The video sparked more questions than answers. But one thing's for sure though, whatever that was, it didn't belong in the world we know. Crossing path. Recently, a new video hit the internet claiming to capture none other than the rake in action. This video was captured by a group of friends cruising in a car among the fields in the middle of the night when a creature could be seen with its humanoid appearance. At first, they didn't recognize what it was, but soon terror caught them to the core when it charged at them with inhuman movements on all fours. The video ended abruptly, and it's not clear what exactly happened to them. But one thing was pretty clear: this was one creature you definitely didn't want to cross paths with. Mystery cryptid. A guy had quite the encounter while exploring a remote field in East Texas when he saw a figure crouched in the tall grass. It appeared to have a humanoid body that was covered in thick black fur, moving slowly in the direction of the man. The entity didn't look like it had friendly intentions. The video then cut off abruptly as he made a run for it. The clip has been circulating online and people have cooked up various theories about the unknown entity. Many argue that it was a werewolf, while others believed it was the legendary Dogman, while some remain unconvinced, calling it staged. Tiny creature.
Hayatımda gördüğüm en değişik canlılardan birisi. Acayip çirkin ya. Bakar mısın bir? Harun yalnız bayağı yaşlı.
A man caught a creature he had never seen before, lurking around in his backyard, and posted the video online in hopes of identifying it. He was holding a tiny monkey-like creature in his gloved hands, leaving experts worldwide shocked as they had never seen a creature like that. Then what could it possibly be? Many have theorized that it might be a stone gargoyle coming to life, while others believed it was the result of experimentation, leading people to grow suspicious of the authorities.
Mükemmel, şöyle kafasını şöyle tutasın geldi diye.
New find. A tourist on his way back to a hotel heard strange noises coming from the edge of a cliff. When he approached it, he saw something he'll never forget. A strange creature was hanging on a tree branch. Strange horns stuck out from the back of its head. It even emitted an eerie sound when it noticed the guy filming, and then suddenly leaped towards him before disappearing between the branches. Could this tourist have discovered a new species never seen before? Or was this something entirely otherworldly? Skeptics believe it was just another CGI trick. What do you think? Flightless. A homeowner rushed outside after hearing strange noises coming from his backyard, only to find this creature crawling on the ground. The entity had wings that connected all its limbs and appeared to be in distress, making weird noises. The guy freaked out, calling it a bat with the virus. Netizens online had a different opinion. Many pointed out that it looked like a hybrid animal, leading them to believe that the scientists were behind this. A few experts that came across the video provided that it might be a lemur or some bat species, but weren't exactly sure. If you have any insights on this, do let me know in the comments. Forest dweller. A hunter going into the woods to set a trap witnessed something more than what he bargained for. At first, there was nothing extraordinary in the snowy wilderness, but then he spotted a strange structure which suddenly moved, sending the man into a panic, who immediately fled the scene. At first glance, it looks as if the thing is part of the tree itself, but if you look closely, it's actually the head of a creature. With 2 long ears, it appeared to be covered in fur. While the identity of the creature remains a mystery to this day, folks on the internet believe it was a juvenile Bigfoot, while others called it a skinwalker. But I'll let you decide. Take a walk. This strange footage was captured by a CCTV camera overlooking a park. Around midnight, it captured a bizarre creature just strolling casually across the field. The blurry video makes it hard to identify the being, but one thing's clear: it's nothing we've ever seen before. It was ghostly white and appeared to have long legs and a shorter upper body. After the video hit the internet, comments started pouring in from around the world, with many saying it was a rake, while others suggested a shapeshifter that was captured mid-transformation. Whatever it was, this is a sign enough for all of us to think twice before going out after dark. Tiny people. Rumors about the end of time have been circulating for ages, and this video seems to confirm everyone's fear. According to religious texts, Gog and Magog are 2 tribes of tiny people sealed behind an iron wall, and their escape signals the end of the world. The clip in question showed a tiny person peeking out from inside a tree, leaving people shocked, with many wondering if the creatures were already broken free without anyone realizing it. However, skeptics quickly dismissed the footage, calling it nothing more than a clever editing trick. isolated. I wouldn't really recommend going deep into the jungle until you want to have a run-in with people living off the radar. This man was out in the woods well past the safe zone when he spotted something strange in a cave. 3 pairs of gleaming eyes were looking back at him from the darkness. The unsettling encounter was posted online, as the man couldn't figure out who they were. An expert who came across the video pointed out that these guys were a remote, uncontacted family tribe living in the forest. Hybrid creature.
Awas ngali cepet awas ngali.
Looking at this animal, you might do a double take. A bat? A frog? Or is this a squirrel? Well, it looks like this one is all 3. Hopping like a frog with its bat-like wings spread out and a stunned squirrel-like face. This creature looked like the work of Victor Frankenstein himself. But before you go theorizing about this creature, let me break it down for you. This bizarre-looking entity is actually a flying lemur, a nocturnal animal native to Southeast Asia. I wonder who disturbed the peaceful sleep of this little one. Horned dwarf. Who knew a road trip around a forest could end in a strange discovery? But that's what happened to a man driving down the road along a wooded area. Spotting a strange creature, he threw caution to the wind and got out of his car. Venturing inside the woods, he managed to get his hands on a video that shocked people worldwide. It was a tiny creature with 2 horns sticking out of its head, kind of like a miniature version of Satan. It had an unusual green coloration and appeared to be wearing some kind of gear. People believed this is a genuine fairy sighting, while others were skeptical, calling it a clever prank. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.